Shall we begin?
You are now listening to an altogether less fashionable variety of soccer podcast. Broadcasting live from the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Welcome to ACES Radio.
They're in your face, they're a little different. I think it's super cool. I love them. Jane, you ignorant slut.
Hold on to your butts.
Now, here are your hosts, Morgan Hughes, John Zadar, and Greg Benson.
Oh, yeah, you ignorant sluts, welcome back. You've made yet another terrible decision by tuning into this, which is possibly the last episode, John, of ACES Radio. My name is celebrity fan Morgan Hughes, joined with me, as always, celebrity monkey boy John Zadar. Say hi, John.
Hey, I'm not doing monkey noises.
I want you
but
to mean it.
You know what's great is I really love that new intro. So he says our names,
Yeah.
and now we're saying our names.
Yeah.
It feels a little repetitive.
Do you want to start over again?
No,
we're just
pointing something out.
We're hammering the point home that
Listen,
this is who we are.
we've told them episode 1. This is a work in progress.
I didn't even say Greg's name yet.
Well, you're going to.
I don't exist yet.
Hollywood.
Shut up,
Greg
non-existent
Benson.
Greg.
How
What
you
a
doing?
dirty bastard. Coming up on the show tonight, you ignorant sluts, we're going to give you our hot take wrap-ups of Crew at Dallas Burn. We are going to do our customary human interest interview with Joey D. DiNapoli,
An interesting human.
from YNA.
I heard his middle name is Abigail.
Segment 3, we're going to talk about Crew SC versus Columbus Blue Jackets in the all-important Columbus Cup. And we're going to give you our score predictions and hot takes on the Montreal Impact game coming up this weekend.
Man balls will be distributed as well.
Greg, how dare you ruin this? I was just going to say that. The man balls for sure are going to
One day we'll know
Be
what's
right
going
back.
on.
Going
Yeah.
to play in traffic.
Okay, all you ignorant sluts out there, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in to ACES Radio. You've made a terrible decision. This is possibly the last episode. We are brought to you, as always, by benevolent corporate overlord sponsors, Blood and Urine. Want to thank them. Which is good, John. I mean, am I right?
Yeah. Where would we be without him?
Oh, yeah, it's good. That's good. Everybody loves it. So, post FC Dallas. We are watching it on the television right now.
Yeah, they just scored.
They just now scored.
They
Dallas.
scored it tied up. God damn it, ACES
Look,
Radio.
they don't look nearly as excited when they score as we do. I feel like we are just out of our minds happy when we score.
Yeah.
Those guys were like barely moving.
Well, they're MLS 1.0, and we've evolved. Yeah, into the more happy MLS 1.5.
How many MLS Cups does Dallas have?
Greg, how dare you?
Hot takes.
So, speaking of hot takes, I want everybody's hot take. Joey, welcome into the show, by the way. Usually we have our human interest piece in segment 2, but we're going to not only include you in that segment, we're going to ask you to speak in segment 1. How do you feel about that? Are you nervous? Because you should be.
Buongiorno.
That's
It's not delivery.
what is
damn it.
what does that mean?
That means I am actually glad to be picked to do something because I'm usually the last one picked in the elementary schoolyard to still play at 30 years
Does it make you feel better that you were the backup for Shrek today?
No,
You were quite literally the donkey today.
No,
I
you
am-
were
I
picked
am-
last. You were just there were only 2 people.
I am
so.
the Connor Casey of substitutes, apparently.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Shrikant Mecca was again scheduled to be on the show tonight, and he had to go to Atlanta at the last moment, which was so Joey was like, I asked Nate Beckman to be on before I asked you.
I'm definitely Connor Casey.
You weren't
Fuck
even
me.
second.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You were third.
Yeah, it's we're not excited.
Joey,
to
I
have you.
love you.
You're Ola Kamara at this point.
You're bad, and you should feel bad.
Oh.
Okay.
Tomorrow was Nate.
Back on point, you guys.
I'm Connor.
Anyways,
Okay, you are Connor.
The crew traveled to a small fishing village outside of Dallas this weekend by the name of Frisco to play the Dallas Burn.
Not actually San Francisco either.
No, it's not, Greg.
Confusingly enough.
Yeah, no, you're Australian. You don't know how the world works.
That's true.
California is not near here,
No.
nor is it near Texas.
Neither is true.
Douchebag. So, I want to start with John. John, I want your hot take on the game that has happened and which we are also watching right now. Hot take. Table of 1.
the finishing would be great. Any finishing. Forward substitutions. Where is Ola I'd even take Connor Casey at this point. We should have won this game like 5-1.
I don't feel like that's a hot take.
You don't feel like that's a hot take?
No, I mean, it's
not
warm.
hot enough.
It's lukewarm at best.
Bench Kamara.
Ooh. All right.
Whoa.
That's
Hottest of
exactly
hot
what I
takes.
wanted.
Is
Yeah.
that what you want?
Yeah.
Because I only half mean that.
Yeah. Greg, I want your hot take. Go.
My hot take is that it's a lot easier to score when you shoot at anywhere but the goalkeeper.
Ooh.
There was a lot of shooting directly at whatever his name was. I'm sure he's very good. Sights, I think it was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Someone
Greg,
made
were
a-
you talking? Is that... Why does that thing always start playing when
don't
you're
know.
giving
Who
a hot
has
take?
the button for that?
Not anymore.
I don't know. We'll look into it.
I'm the only person who has entrance music.
Well, someone
That's
made.
a wrestling reference, Morgan.
God damn it.
Don't acknowledge that. Just keep talking. Someone made a
He's
joke.
never
on-
going to play music for me again.
I feel like that's not true at all.
No, can confirm. Yeah, no. As John alluded to, the finishing was not there, but I felt like it was. Nobody even tried to put it there.
No. It was like all you need to do is just like a tiny bit of composure and go for placement over power, and every time people just whacked it.
They played like a team that was desperate to get their first points of the season,
They-
or like
Yeah.
first win of the season rather. Got
They
a point
looked
against Chicago
Better
but-
than they have this year, I think. Agreed or no?
Yeah, I think we had a better game than against just about anybody but Portland.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this was a similar performance, and Portland were a better team than Dallas were. I think if the finishing had been there from Columbus, but the few chances that Dallas got, Clark made a couple of decent saves,
Yeah.
but he wasn't really forced to do all of that much. I feel like a team.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You've been cut off, Greg.
I have.
Joey.
Are we working at time constraints now?
Yeah.
Blood and urine are
Blood
putting
and
the
urine.
clamp down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're-
Greg won't let
they're-
me talk.
They're pulling the purse strings a little bit.
Joey DiNapoli.
So we definitely lost because Steve Clark didn't change out of his Michigan-colored kit at halftime. That's what it is.
That's why we
my hot
lost.
take.
We didn't
Yeah.
lose, Joey. Jesus Christ!
Well,
Act like you
that's
pay
more-
attention to the sport.
It's more
Jesus.
Kentucky than Michigan.
Do you have any idea how many anonymous Twitter accounts are going to attack us this week because you just mentioned Ohio State?
You're
Or you
welcome.
referenced
I
Ohio
didn't-
State?
He's
I
wearing
didn't say
nothing
that.
but Ohio
Sitting-
State stuff
sitting
right
here.
now.
For those of you not watching
You
on
guys
the
are all
internet,
saying that, not me.
celebrity fan Joseph D. DiNapoli, which stands for Abigail, by the way, D, is wearing an Ohio State track jacket with some sort of crazy LeBron James logo on the left breast area and a Cincinnati Reds hat.
Which is the closest LeBron James has ever actually been to Ohio State.
Yeah, or a championship in Ohio.
Fantastic. Fantastic joke, Greg.
Thank
The
you.
studio audience really enjoyed that.
Glad.
So we got everybody's hot take. I'd like to give my hot take if that's all right, John.
No one wants to hear that.
Okay, fantastic. We'll move on. Are you happy with the result? And I want to start with you, Greg. Even though we didn't win, even though we were winning for approximately 75 minutes, are you happy with this result given what you've seen from the rest of the season? And I'll hang up and listen off air. Thank you.
Given what I've seen from the rest of the season, yeah. Given what I saw for the first 79 minutes of that game, no. And yes, they got a point on the road against a team that had won 7 straight home games, Morgan.
God damn it.
Did they win those games or were they undefeated in 7 straight?
Were they
games?
undefeated?
Oh, nobody knows.
I knew that last week.
But that was 7 straight games last week.
Yeah.
It became 7 straight home games.
For those of you
Funny
not
too.
watching on television, Greg is smugly smiling at
Oh.
me right now because I made an error of the mouth
A mile wide.
last week, and Greg called me out on it.
And none of you called Morgan out on it on Twitter like I asked.
That's because no one listens to this.
I am disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were disappointed.
Joey, you happy with the result? Yes or no?
Yes. Always happy with a road point. Finishing can always be better, but, that's why you have a full season to work on it.
All right, John?
Yeah, no, I'm not happy with this.
Goddamn
If you asked me before the game, I probably would have said, yeah, I'll take a draw. I mean, and I predicted a draw. But after you watch the first 60, 70 minutes of the game, no, we should have, like I said, we should have won this game by multiple goals. Dallas was up there in the standings just like we were last year. They're the top team in the league, or they were when we played them this past weekend. And we should be on par with them, if not better, because we made it farther than last year. So, I'll take the point. It's better than none, but I'm not really happy about it.
Fantastic hot take, John.
What about you, Morgan?
I'm happy with it. I really am.
Are you?
Yeah, no, like I really am. For the first time since I feel like Montreal last year, we looked good. Like, like there were a lot of expectations on this team, and rightfully so. We played MLS Cup final at home in December. I've heard. I don't remember that happened.
Did it
That
happen?
actually happened?
People are saying that on the internet, Greg.
You can do crazy things with Photoshop.
Yeah. But for the first time since, the 3-1 victory against Montreal, I feel like we looked like a good team. And that excites me because, and I want to talk about this now, compared to where I thought we would be at the beginning of the season, 4 games in, 3 home games, we have 2 points. Now, you look at that, you can say that in the mic.
3 away games.
Yeah,
What did
we
I say?
only played
You said
one
home
game.
games.
Good Lord. Now, we'll check the tape, Greg. I feel like that's probably not true.
Tweet at Morgan_Hughes.
Yeah.
Call him out.
When I'm wrong,
if
it's
he
just
said-
Morgan Hughes. There's no underscore.
I feel sorry for Morgan Hughes.
Yeah.
At
Poor
Morgan
child.
Hughes.
You know what? I'm going to do this to myself.
That's appropriate.
I apologize to all the tens of listeners we have. But after 4 games, the question is, are you guys kind of where are we as a team compared to where you thought we would be? And if I'm answering it first, and I am, John, don't think that I'm not.
Well,
I'm
everybody
answering this
knows.
first.
Everybody knows who the star of the show is.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Pam,
Yeah.
for sure.
Twiddle to spam.
Yeah.
Somewhere her ears are burning right now.
So look at the opening game, Portland. We're never going to win that game. It's never going to happen. It's the rematch of the finals. We're at their place this time. They're raising a banner. They're doing an incredible tifo. Everyone's enjoying their city. Enjoy our city.
What does that even mean?
No one fucking knows. So we're going to lose that game. And we lost that game. Now, the Philly game at home, game 2, you want 3 points out of that every time. Sometimes MLS just MLS's you, and you don't get 3 points. Chicago, we've won 1 time there since 2006. 2006. So we get a road point there, and we get a road point in Dallas. And like you said, John, Dallas is a good team.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2 points where maybe I expected 4.
Really?
I'm happy with where we are right now because of the performance on the field in the small fishing village of Frisco, Texas. Now, I put this question to the panel of shitlords, beginning with you, Joseph D. Abigail DiNapoli. I really
You're
tried not to
welcome
laugh
for
there.
that.
You're holding it together so
Compared with your expectations, are you happy with where we are right now? Yes or no?
No, I really think that
How
we
dare
should be
you.
at 5 points.
You guys are.
All right,
so
where's that 3?
soft on these?
Where's the
on
3
this
coming
team.
from? Philly?
3 from Philly. Yeah, definitely should be them. No excuses.
Get closer to the mic, asshole.
I'm right here.
All right,
I
thanks.
This
think,
good?
I think he's going to be really loud later, so I don't know if I tell him
Really?
he's really close.
Well, I'm also not drinking, so I
well. You
might
get
not
some
be
more
too loud.
water into him, and whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I blame beer culture.
Baby needs a bottle.
So you're not happy with this?
No, because we should be at 5 points. I mean, this match I'm okay with. The tie against Chicago I'm okay with because, like you said, no wins there since 2006.
Right. You get a road
But-
point, you're happy with it.
But Philadelphia is Philadelphia. I mean, they have a bunch of rookie defenders, and why did that end the way it did? You know, and we shouldn't be giving up goals. We should be scoring more than them.
Can I
It's
ask
that
you a
simple.
leading question
Go ahead.
meant to confuse you and bring you to my side?
Am I going to leave afterwards?
Possibly. Hey, I'm asking the question,
You could
Stickbag.
definitely.
Do
Go
you
ahead.
feel...
Whose show is this?
Yeah, Jesus.
Jesus Christ, DiNapoli,
Yeah.
calm down.
So,
D is for dictator.
do you feel better even though we only have 2 points of the 5 that you demand after seeing that performance on Saturday? And why? Yes. That's what I thought. Fantastic take.
Tangerine?
That was great. Greg.
I'm underwhelmed. I felt like I agree with you about Portland. That there was,
Man, these people are relentless today.
I got no respect. Tough crowd.
That was a terrible impression.
It was
who
a bad
told him
impression
he could do impressions on this show?
No one. No one did
or
that.
at all.
No one.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Because I do what I want. But what I feel like about
There aren't any
the
more
season so
podcasts for you,
far,
Joe.
touching them all. I'll be at that with that.
By the way, Greg, I really loved you on Red Cards in Helltown last
that
week.
I was about to say that NPR one was just great. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't expect anything out of Portland. Of course, I was upset and angry and drunk at the time, but really in retrospect, it was a game that we had every business losing. Philly, I feel like that was a game that we should have had. Chicago, yeah, we've won once there since 2006. That was last year with, by and large, the same team that we had out on the park against Dallas.
But it was only 1-0, Greg. How dare you?
I don't care. I feel like a team that can get over the hump and beat Chicago in Bridgeview, rather. I almost said in Chicago. That didn't happen. To win in Bridgeview last year, I felt like that team should have won that game a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, Greg. It's happening again. God damn it. I hate that. Someone has control over this music.
I feel like,
And they don't like you. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, John.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You want a super hot take?
Yeah. I mean, do you feel good
I think you guys
compared
are all,
to what you thought we would be?
No, I think you guys are all being bitches. I think we should have 8 points right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
You used the B word.
Yeah. You guys are all being soft little girls.
Ugh.
I would have said 7.
Okay, 7. I would concede 7, but I expected 8. This team should have been able to hold its own against Portland. It did hold its own against Dallas. This team should have absolutely beaten Chicago and Philly. We should have no less than 7 points.
All right. Last thing we're going to cover in segment 1. I want everyone to hand out their man balls of the week. For those of you who possibly are listening to their first and last episode of ACES Radio today, man balls is a combination of man of the match and game balls. Man of the match game balls, John, is way too much words for mouth.
Oh, you don't need to explain anything that has to do with genitals to me.
No, certainly not.
No.
Would you just relax for a second, by the way? I can see the turtle head poking out. Not good.
Getting excited.
Man balls of the week. I want you to give one, possibly more if you feel like it out. And, John, we're going to go right back to you.
Oh.
And I want you to just give it to me. And I'm talking about the award.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
I can deliver as many man balls as I'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to deliver one
But please only give one.
man ball
All right.
to Yellow Nation Army and their fun watch party that they had. Okay. I mean, I'm not doing this anymore. If you
I'm
keep
not
doing
looking.
it.
I didn't do that. You know very well that I don't have control
Listen,
of the iPad.
audience.
Our studio audience comprised entirely of murderers row
Studio.
tonight.
That was good, Greg. Everyone loved that joke.
Thank you.
All right, so
Anyways, YNA threw a pretty fun watch party at Old North Arcade. It's nice to kind of mix things up and try something new. Hopefully you all had a chance to get out there and play some video games, drink some beers, and watch the game. But that's my man ball.
All right. Fantastic man ball, John. I can smell it in the air. Joey, man ball of the week.
I think my man ball actually goes to you for claiming that.
Oh, you
Justin
suck
Miriam
up, piece of shit.
has
damn
always been your favorite.
Oh, God. That was my
And
other
then
man ball.
my second man ball is for Justin Miriam's reply.
How dare you steal my man ball? We'll cover that in a second, Joey. Thanks for the hot take. Greg, man ball of the week. Go ahead.
My man balls.
Are you serious?
my
Sorry.
my man balls are aroused every time that song comes on. That's all you need to know.
Very unfortunate then.
It is very unfortunate because there's a lot of stimuli.
Yeah.
My man balls go to one goes to Mohammed Saeed because he's my boy.
West
I like
Saeed?
it. West Saeed connection.
I'm not doing
And no, he played very well in the mostly absence of Tony Chani.
that. He did. Can we touch on that for just a second real fast?
Yeah.
Do you think
It's your show, John. Do
that
whatever you want.
I know it is. Did he start because he's now preferred to Tony Chani, or because Tony Chani was on
National team.
national
Chani
team?
was-
See, but
yeah.
my only other question is that Awful was also on national team stuff, and he started and played, and so was Will Trapp.
It's almost as if they're two totally different people with possibly different travel
I'm
itineraries.
just saying.
I
Will
feel
Trapp
like-
and Harrison Awful both played international games and both started, and Tony Chani didn't.
So
I
you're
feel
saying
like
that
Chani is still first choice in that role alongside Will Trapp, but I think Mohammed Saeed made a very strong case to
Yeah.
be considered depending on the opponent.
No,
depending
I
on
want to go back, John. Are you literally saying that Greg Berhalter now prefers Mohammed Saeed?
No, I was not. You know, first of all, I want to believe. Tony Chani for USMNT. It could still happen.
No, it
Actually,
literally
can't.
cannot.
But No, I love Tony, but I just wanted to see what everybody's opinion on that was real fast. Sorry, go back to your man balls.
No, I thought Mo Saeed played great. Made some good passes, held down the midfield pretty well. He's not Tony Chani, and he doesn't play that same strongman role, but he did very well in the role that he was given.
Yeah.
And the second man ball goes to whoever designed Steve Clark's Adidas kit, because that blue is gorgeous and I want one.
No, I'm sorry,
See,
Greg.
it puts me right in the mood.
I have nothing to do with this.
It's not far off from those shorts that everyone fucking hates.
Yeah.
It's so far off.
No, it's not that far
it's
off.
so far.
It's
You're
not,
a designer.
It's
How
not
can
an
you be so
It's not an
colorblind?
exact match, but it's not that far off.
No, it's a long way off, and I can get color swatches to prove it.
Do it.
My man ball of the week goes to Justin Merrim. Thank you, Joey, for spoiling this hot take that I had.
It's like no one's going to listen to this.
Show notes would
Yeah,
stop
no,
that
literally
from
no
happening.
one knows that the show exists, and it's possibly the last episode, John, of ACES Radio. So, a little backstory. Justin Merrim and I have not gotten along, historically. When he was drafted by Columbus Crewzers FC, it is as if we both became aware of each other, and there was an immediate flow of hatred through every testicle in my body, of which there are many, John. I meant vein. Sorry about that. All the veins in my body. I always get those terms
Of
mixed
which
up.
there are two.
Of which there are one, Greg.
Oh.
How
I'm
dare
sorry.
you? So Justin Merrim, his family hates me. He hates me. I hate him right back. It's all fine. He does good things on the field sometimes, and I'm good with that. When Bobby was here, Justin and Tony Chani were frequently played out of position, and were not really given many opportunities to establish themselves, and they kind of played like shit. And so I got on him. I'm fond of saying that I want both of them starting at outside hot dog vendor. And but it's a new era, and I'm good with it. I've had many interactions in real life with Justin Merrim, and it's always completely the most awkward thing I've ever done in my life every time, and I'm sure he feels the same way. So I tweeted in all caps after he scored in the 9th minute, "I've always supported you, Justin Merrim." And I don't think I tweeted again for the rest of the game. But
You didn't even tweet at him.
No, I didn't mention him.
You just said
I
his
never
name.
mentioned him.
No, he searches
ever.
for them.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
It was the loudest uppercase subtweet ever.
So after the game, I'm driving back from Land Grant. Rather, I'm being driven home from Land Grant because I'm responsible. And I get a text from celebrity fan John Zadar, and it's just in all caps like, "Merrim's tweet, oh my God." And he had tweeted a GIF at the tweet that I tweeted about him without mentioning him of mind explosion. So I tweeted back a GIF of Jay-Z tipping his cap.
Look
It's-
it up, folks.
I
It's funnier
think-
on Twitter than it is.
It's
How dare
much
you?
more in
That
describing
was
it.
hysterical, John. Everyone was laughing. So my man ball goes to Justin Merrim for being a good sport. You are still a skunk weasel, a Walmart Wolverine, and I still actively do not like you as a human. But man ball to you for having a good sense of humor. We're all very excited about your goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been
Everyone's
1-0
really excited
without
about
it.
Yeah, it's a good set piece goal too.
Yeah.
A couple of those.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Joey. Were you talking?
Don't fall for
Can I
this.
get Careless Whisper instead?
No, you may not.
Oh.
Everyone, this fresh and new song that I don't think I've ever heard before. Celebrity
this is
fans
great.
Nate Beckman and Dave Edinburgh.
You should bring it back more often.
I'll think about it. We're coming back, segment 2. We're going to dive into the depths of Joey DiNapoli's brain, and we're going to talk about Yellow Nation Army. We're going to talk about Project Jukebox. We're going to talk about why Tony Glifo must be destroyed at all costs. Stick around. This is ACES Radio. Bye, bye, bye.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now we blasting off into the ozone. The way we kick it in the dojo is local for show. Though we paving the road that's opposed to the dojo. Going over your head like a top hat. Stop that. I know you hear me spitting these hot raps. Now watch that beat, cause it's about to drop. The Rockets is the 09 jump off. Yeah, yo. Last name Pan, first name Peter. I know you see me playing and you want me to teach you, but I say elevated so that all God's creatures can hear me shout it out like my name is Aretha. Getting RESPECT. Fly by, see the looks on your faces. Cause I'm in full EFFECT. Jet setting on a daily basis. David F, man, don't stop. David, don't stop.
segment 2 here at ACES Radio. Frankly, we are both excited and petrified that you've decided to come back to us. You've made a terrible decision, as always. This is your customary human interest piece, segment 2. Try not to be disappointed, because today we welcome a very important guest. You may recognize him from such segments as the first one. Joey DiNapoli. Welcome. Welcome in, Joe.
Piece.
How have you been
Good.
since a minute ago
Yeah, really
when we
good.
talked? You know, I wonder if I turn the effects back up, the song is still going. Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, it is.
Because I was going to play the applause thing.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not
can't.
time for that yet.
No.
Yeah, the weird thing about this is you have to hit the same goddamn thing again to stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah.
We
So-
are a continual work in progress.
Yeah.
There's no.
Greg,
no-
I said that. I said that in the first episode.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I wasn't on the first episode.
We know.
and we're
That's why
still a
people
work in
like that
progress.
one so much.
And that,
Oh,
work in
God.
progress, though, is still in progress.
I want to kill myself. Joey, thank you for stopping by here. We're very excited to have you here at the worldwide headquarters of ACES Radio, also known as my living room, this week. So, in case you've never listened to the show before, which I have a sneaky suspicion that you haven't, and you're smart. I don't think that you do dumb things.
I actually listened twice today.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
So
my
I-
God.
What does that mean? Listen twice. Listen twice to
I listened
episode.
to the last 2 episodes.
You listened to all 4 episodes twice.
No. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, for sure.
He,
So
dropped,
you just-
he dropped it twice.
So you had never listened,
his
and
iPhone.
then we asked you to be on the show, and you're like, I guess I better pretend to care.
Yeah, pretty much. Nailed it.
God damn it, Abigail.
You know what? I'll accept that.
Is this a late man ball being handed out?
Joey, thanks for joining us for the 5th time. Let's start with where you're from. Where were you born? When you were expelled from your mother's uterus? Where was that?
I was born in Pozzuoli, Naples, Italy.
Now, Greg has told me that that's not true. That's not a real place because the words are too confusing. Is that true?
No, that's Greg's a liar.
Oh.
He's Australian.
Ah, damn it.
No, wait, he's New Zealand.
That's right.
Or-
Kiwi.
I'm New Zealand, yes.
Yeah.
This is my North Island, this is my South Island.
Yeah.
And this is my Middle Earth.
Oh, I'm sorry, Greg. Were you talking? Why? Why were you born there? Was there some sort of illegality involved? Had your parents broken laws? Were they forced to go there?
No, my mother is she's retired Navy now. She was stationed there, and my father's family is all throughout Naples, Italy, and southeast England. So that's where he was at the time, and they met in the grocery store, and then I happened
They met in the grocery store in Italy.
in Naples. Yeah,
Okay.
Mercato.
Okay. Now Naples is a city in Florida.
it is.
Are you sure that you weren't born in Florida?
Yeah,
Are you sure you weren't an Orlando City fan?
I am. I hope not.
We're gonna have
I
Greg
really
check
hope
into
not.
that. Greg, will you get on the phone
Is this the
headquarters?
part where we burn the witch?
I'm on the
Yes,
intertubes
burn the witch.
right now.
So what brought you to Columbus?
Like I said, my mother's in the military, so I've moved around a lot. I've lived in Florida, Iceland, Michigan, here, Missouri, and eventually settled here and, went to college, got my degree, and, hung around for the crew.
What brought the family to Columbus?
My mother's actually from Mansfield, so we have a lot of family in the area.
So you were trying to go to Mansfield, and the car broke down 3:15, and it's like, here we are.
Now we live
71.
here.
Yeah, 71.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No one knows what Mansfield is.
You know, driving from Naples, that was actually, you were pretty close to your destination, Mansfield.
Yeah.
So congratulations on almost getting there. We're happy that you broke down around Crew Stadium. What year was that that the family ended up in Columbus?
Actually, I've lived here twice now. Once in 2002, and then I came back in about 2006, 2007. I
So-
basically got tired of living in Missouri for 2 years.
So you moved,
Which is
lived,
legitimate.
You lived here originally when we won the national championship,
Mhm.
And then you moved back, and we were also playing in the national championship again.
Yes,
It turned out very differently.
it did.
Yeah,
That
twice in a row.
That was very sad.
By the way, when they say we, they're talking about OSU,
Yeah.
not the crew, obviously.
Well, yeah, I'm wearing the jacket.
Since they didn't
so I
say
kinda
that,
get
they're just saying we,
Yeah.
He's wearing the OSU jacket, so by default.
Well,
we
forgive
means
me
OSU.
if
I'm sorry.
the
Are we
listeners
Are
can't
we not
see
in Columbus,
that.
Ohio?
Can't see that.
I'm sorry. Are we not in Columbus right now? I thought we were in Columbus,
I was
John.
just clarifying. I wasn't being negative. I'm just saying.
I have a.
The best part of this so far is watching you struggle to to do that. Because I see you hitting it and it's not going off, and now it does.
Now I have a serious
I'm
question.
sorry, Greg. Were
I'm
you
gonna
talking?
roll right over the top of this, Morgan. I don't
right,
even
go
care
ahead.
anymore. There you go. I have a serious question. Joey, your last name is DiNapoli. Is it actually DiNapoli or is it just something that like you adopted because you're from Napoli? Because I'm not Greg DiSydney, and John is not John DiJungle.
Not anymore.
What the fuck?
Celebrity Monkey Boy
Oh,
from the jungle. Anyway.
makes sense.
Yeah. See? Studio audience loved it. Are you actually Joey DiNapoli?
I am Joey DiNapoli.
Okay.
It's
I got
DiNapoli.
I got my
DiNapoli.
DiNapoli.
It's
And
not
it
delivery.
literally
It's
means
DiNapoli.
Joey of Naples. So
Yeah.
actually the best reaction I ever got to that was Tony and Fido one time.
Tony Gallivo?
Well, yeah, there's ACES and then there's Galifo.
Well,
Yeah.
that was
right.
Tony Long. How rude of you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Jesus. He's a YNA leader.
I when I
He's
We'll
one
get
of
to
your
that.
people.
We'll get to that.
when I've heard of Tony Long, it's always Smart Tony or Lawyer Tony. So
It doesn't bode well for the other Tonys.
so there was one instance where Tony Galifo stopped everything going on in a bar, like full outstretched hands and everything.
I don't feel
just
like
to
you should
say,
have that power,
I
but go
finally
ahead.
figured it out. Your last name means you're from Naples.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Wow.
in the middle of a crowded bar in Fido.
That's very bad.
The light bulb switches on at different times.
Well, it worked that
It's
time,
on a
so.
timer.
It's one of my favorite Tony
26-year
moments, so.
timer.
So your first time in Columbus as a resident was 2002. Obviously the year that we won the national championship
did.
and the U.S. Open Cup.
Yes.
We
We.
won both of those.
We did it.
Was it
realize
was it an
OSU was
immediate
in
thing with the crew? Was it an immediate thing where you're like, okay, I'm in the city now, I'm a fan of this team, or did it take the second time around, or had you been following?
Well-
Basically, I'm asking things and I demand answers.
Before I moved to Columbus, I actually lived in Lansing, Michigan for 6 years.
Ugh.
So during that time, the crew was founded, and when we found out about it, because my grandparents were living in Dublin, we found out, we came down for 1 or 2 matches a year. So my first experience actually being in Ohio Stadium was when the crew played Dallas in 1996, July 1996.
So it was actually for a crew game, not a Buckeye game?
Right, yeah.
Oh.
What was that like?
I was, like 12 years old and ADHD infused. I don't remember a lot of it.
That's the right answer, by the way.
Yeah.
Is I don't really remember.
I actually went back and looked up the score just so I can tell people that I know that Columbus lost that one 2-1.
Yeah.
But up for like 15 years or whatever, I couldn't remember that. So.
As a frequent attendee of late 90s Columbus sports, I can tell you that there was nothing special about that game, Joey, and you are right to not remember it. So you move back to Columbus the second time around, and obviously you start coming to crew games at Crew Stadium.
Well, I went through and graduated from Ohio State because I'd started before I left. and
Allegedly.
then- yeah. So I wrapped that up, and then I started coming to crew games after I graduated.
So what brought you there at first, other than the obvious? I'm a crew fan. What
Where the latent love for soccer was already there.
Yeah.
But what specifically was like, okay, now I'm going to these games?
Well, I had 2 friends, also from Ohio State. We attended matches together for one full season,
And they're dead now.
actually one moved out to Oregon, and
So yes.
the other moved to DC.
I
so
thought you were
yeah.
gonna
Oh,
say-
so you double yes.
Thank you, Lord Guillermo. I thought you were going to say, actually, yes, both of them are dead. Butt cancer.
Butt
So I
cancer.
hung out with them for a year before they left and parted ways, and then I met Justin McKinney, aka General Juicer.
Fantastic transition, because we want to talk about YNA, which stands for You're Not Awesome.
Abigail.
Is that right?
I am Abigail.
Obviously stands for Yellow Nation Army, one of the more well-known supporters groups around MLS, really. I mean, I get calls about it all the time from media in Europe and in that small fishing village outside of New Zealand.
Zanzibar.
Yeah, Zanzibar, Australia. So tell me about YNA. Where did it come from? What is it? Where did it start? Where is it now? What is the thing? How does it smell?
Yeah.
Is it?
What made you guys
what's the
want to do that
consistency?
instead of just join HSH or CSU?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I know with YNA and how it started, because I'm not a founder, but it was basically 3 guys in their mid-30s decided to dress up in yellow spandex for matches, which is totally perfect and legal and okay within 500 yards of a school.
Well, just
Thanks for clarifying.
something's legal doesn't mean you should do it. And against another reason I really, really love Yellow Nation Army is it's a group that you probably don't want to be known as a founder because of the spandex themed beginnings.
Yeah, and the Speedos.
Yeah.
The Speedos that got involved later.
So how'd you get involved? What about the spandex suits made you say, I need to be involved in
I
this?
actually have a video online of me dancing in a scarlet and gray onesie spandex suit.
Where could people find that? That are interested in
You
it?
can go onto YouTube and find Scarlet and Gray Man.
Oh.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
And so, like I said, I saw
That just happened. I didn't.
I
Even
saw
press the button.
Juicer and John doing their same thing with it, and I decided that I wanted to be with those guys.
Yeah.
So that was my connection to them.
Do you regret that? That's a joke. You're giving it.
You should not have to take that long to answer that.
He was definitely trying to decide what to say.
Good Lord, Joey.
Dumbass!
So what I'm hearing is you saw men in tight suits with like Bowie-esque bulge, and you were like,
Well, they had
that's for me.
shorts over there.
Yeah, they sure did.
okay.
You know what's funny is the very tight clothing beginnings of YNA. It took a number of years before Justin McKinney felt comfortable enough to actually expose his genitals in the Nordac. Tell us about that, because I believe you were involved in that.
I
bet.
was. There was a Speedo bet involved with that. I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan. Justin's a Green Bay Packers fan, and they had a game 2 years ago down at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, and it was a game where Cincinnati was, I think they were down by 3 scores somewhere in the second quarter, and I was literally shitting bricks.
That
And-
sounds
Literally?
That's
Literally.
Jesus, man.
Ow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, I mean, I'm Italian. I'm either busting bricks or shitting them, so it's...
I don't know what the first part
I think
means,
you're
but
also
go
known
ahead.
for your
It was a
plumbing,
Mario
but that's
reference. It
okay.
didn't go well.
Oh, that's very funny.
I thought it meant because you all own construction companies.
So anyway, the game ended. The
Dead
game ended on
silence.
Terrence
Nothing.
Newman of
Yeah.
the Bengals taking a fumble back all the way for the winning touchdown, and that's pretty much how Juicer is now rocking the Speedo, and he's now doing it willingly after year 1. Year 2, last year was all him.
So it started as him losing a bet.
yeah,
Nice.
The most confusing part about this is I remember the first time he did it, and I thought, I felt bad for my friend. I'm like, man, Justin, this sucks. Like, I'm sorry this is happening to you. And that was the beginning of the day. And then as, like, the tailgate progressed, he's in this tub with Sean O'Dell, and they're just, like, bathing themselves. And then he's willingly just... Now,
Yeah.
every year, it's like a thing he has to do it. I'm like, it no longer seems like punishment, my man.
No.
No longer seems like punishment. So, what is your involvement with Yellow Nation Army now?
my involvement is pretty much making drinks. People come up to me and say, "Can I have one?" And I give one to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my involvement.
What is your official title?
Bar wench.
Bar
Bar
wench.
wench.
Yep.
It's good.
So what is the like core? I don't know what you would say.
Yeah, well,
Not-
what does
not
YNA
beliefs,
stand
but what
for?
does YNA? Yeah, what does YNA stand for? What
Why
do they
are you
do? We
here?
kind of glossed over that a little bit, but
Like, you want me to actually spell out the acronym? Is that?
no. I mean, no.
Well, I mean, you answer the
You
the
yeah,
question.
it's a question,
Yeah.
Joey. They're open ended.
Here's a question. Do you not know what a question is? Is that
Christ.
is that what this is?
Where's Brian? Let's get him back in here.
So how would one, if somebody was a new Crew fan, if they were just getting involved, where would they find Yellow Nation Army, and what would they be doing?
You would find us at our wooden bar stand that we have set up across from Crew Union. What you would be doing,
And that is in the
Mega tailgate
Ah,
area.
of course. In the
Hashtag
I don't feel
mega
like you
tailgate
said
area.
that as if it was in all caps, which it's supposed to be.
That's right. Hashtag.
Hashtag
No,
mega
not-
tailgate.
The hashtag,
hashtag
is
doesn't
not
need to
capitalized.
I think you did a really good job, Greg. I don't care what you say.
Joey, speaking of the bar, you have created some wonderful concoctions.
Oh, I'm sorry,
over the
Greg.
years.
Was that-
I'm not
oh,
even acknowledging
okay,
it
sorry
anymore.
about that. Go ahead.
You've created some wonderful and interesting concoctions during your time as YNA bar wench. Which one are you most proud of?
I gotta say the liquid marijuana. Definitely the liquid marijuana.
And liquid
I'm proud of your liquid.
Liquid marijuana.
Not only did it have the presentation, but I mean it put people out.
So what did liquid marijuana consist of?
Liquid marijuana consisted of pineapple juice, blue curacao, rum, coconut rum, probably 3 or 4 other liquors, and Everclear.
But not not actual.
No real marijuana.
Not
though.
actual
no
marijuana.
real. But the caveat was the dry ice right in the middle of the bowl. So the bowl was smoking and it was green hued and
There you
it
go.
was
Oh,
beautiful.
because of smoke.
yeah.
I get it. I didn't know why I liked that drink when I drank it, but now I understand.
Stepdads
And
on the
knowing
weekends.
is half the battle. How dare you, John? So, talk to us about Project Jukebox. If you can, if you feel comfortable. I don't want to pressure you. If you feel like this is something you can talk about on the air, here on one of the most listened to podcasts in all of the Crewniverse, it's top 3 for sure. Do you want to talk to us about...
I don't know. Do you guys have the clearance for that? Or
I'm going to check. Hold on.
As celebrity fans, we have the highest
Yes.
clearance.
What is Project Jukebox?
So Project Jukebox is it's an experimental process, basically to get a new chant started. That's the gist of it. We start with a workshop on Facebook, which I wish we had a better alternative to, but that's what we have right now.
Facebook is awful.
It is. So from there it goes on to having practices at the stadium.
And what happens
JP
at the practice, though? I mean, what is that like?
What
This is
happens
me
at the
pretending like I
practice
haven't
is
been
us
there.
trying to figure out, the rhythm, the meter, the pace of chants.
And what, people are just standing there doing regular chants? Is that what it is?
What's the chants that we come up with?
So they're new. They're all new chants.
Yeah, they're all new chants
Okay.
and songs. Yes.
What's that like? I mean, do people care? Do people hate you because of that? I mean, like, I feel like it's a terrible idea. And that... Oh, God damn it.
You're so uplifting.
I mean, it's pretty awkward at first. Don't get me wrong, because people kind of like the first one.
Yeah.
People were really reluctant to dive into it. Once you get started, though, and get rid of all your inhibitions, like it's just easier. Like after the first song.
So once you get a glass of liquid marijuana in you,
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
things loosen.
Oh, that was an accident. I didn't mean to hit that one.
Smoke weed every day.
That's what I was trying
There
to
you
do.
go. Man,
We'll edit that out.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Joey, if you wouldn't mind, can you ask me a question real quick? Will you? Are you willing to?
How
Are
big is
you
your
willing
penis?
to turn the... God damn it. I think you know the answer to that, Joseph.
oh, Joey's halfway across the table right now. My genitals are out.
I feel like he's getting closer to me, but maybe it's the other way around.
I don't know.
So, okay, screw it. Don't ask me a question. Don't even. You know what? Just get out of here. No.
Get out of my house.
What I wanted to say was, Project Jukebox is awesome. It's a phenomenal idea. It's something that I've said for a long time that the illness of crew fandom is, we should do itis. It's like, what we should do? We should make this banner. What we should do? We should get together and practice chants. What we should do? We should have a big bus trip somewhere. Going from what we should do to guess what we've done it's almost an impossibility because it happens so infrequently. And I think what you've done with Project Jukebox is awesome. And I went to the first one, and I kind of, at some point, I got up in front of people, and I was like, listen, the worst thing that's going to happen here is you're going to start a chant, and no one's going to do it with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels super awkward, and you want to shrink into your shell. But if you think about it, that's the worst thing that's going to happen to you in this scenario, and it's really not that bad.
Yeah, that's something people will forget about literally 30 seconds later.
Yeah.
If they even notice it.
Yeah. I mean, we've all been there. If you've been in the Nordic and you've been kind of like a cheerleader, whatever the hell we are, and you started to, if I had the wings of an eagle, and then someone's like, Columbus, Columbus, and you're like, oh fuck,
And then,
so
and then
awkward.
whoever has the drums winds up directing traffic.
And but that's the worst thing that can happen. And so, yeah, you might think, I don't want to go to this practice because it's like, it's super awkward. I'm going to have to be like chanting in front of people, and it's a smaller venue. It doesn't matter. The important part is we're together, we're practicing, we're getting to know each other. I mean, hell, that first Project Jukebox, the fact that LTA was there was huge.
They actually showed up with bigger numbers the second time.
Which is incredible, because there was a lot of them there and a lot of drums there the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the kind of thing that, one of the things I said in between segments was a lot of John and I were saying, let's have the representation of every supporters group on and have them say what they do and who they are, because I've gotten it 100 times. I'm a new Crew fan. I want to join a supporters group, but I don't know which one to go to. And what they're really saying is which one is where on the badass scale, because they hear words like army, and they hear words like hooligans, and they hear words like murderers. And the actual reality of it is we're all just one group that has different tents, in the same parking lot. And I think Project Jukebox has done a really good job of bringing together people that may not have ever met before. And, I just wanted to say great job, Joe. That's why we had you on tonight. I mean, you've done a really good job, and we're all very proud of you, and the studio audience is just very excited. John hates you.
Yeah.
But
you're the worst.
No one likes John, so,
That's fine.
Yeah.
The one thing I want to say though too, because you talked about there's that crewitis factor with people wanting to do things, saying they want to do things but not doing. So I mean, what we're able to do right now, what we're doing, I mean, it's an amalgamation of ideas between Justin, McKinney, and Hytham. I mean, these are two people that have said for years, like, we need a think tank for this sort of thing, and we need to be practicing songs before the match.
Yep.
Which, we also do at the hashtag mega tailgate.
There it is.
So, I mean, the one thing that's been really rewarding thus far is the first practice we've had at the hashtag mega tailgate.
Yeah.
I mean, people are looking at
I'm
us
loving
and
it.
like
It sounds like
wondering
you're selling
what's going
used
on.
cars, to be fair.
And
No, don't stop.
a couple people had their phones out. Some people didn't know what was going on at all.
And that's
but,
fine.
It's totally fine.
That's fine.
I mean, any reaction is good because it's curiosity across the board, which is what we want.
So somebody, go ahead, John.
I was just going to say, it's 100% more chanting than's been done in a tailgate in years, so.
Ever.
Yeah.
Or ever. Yeah,
Literally
really ever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's never, outside of, like, if you count, like, the marches, there's never.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were those
there's-
not good enough
there's
for you,
never
John?
been,
Oh, man. I just want to kill whoever tried to put that together.
that's not what I was saying.
Whoever went out on a limb and tried to
But,
do something. How dare they? Everyone hates you.
Are you done? Okay.
You
Let's
fuckboy.
move on then. God damn it.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
Can you pass me another glass of that liquid marijuana? It'd be great right about now.
So if somebody wants to get involved with Project Jukebox, how would they do that?
Just
If you say Facebook,
Well.
I'm cutting this segment off.
You can say it. Just it's fine.
It's fine. I won't. I don't have that power.
No.
Greg's in charge.
Morgan is smiling way too hard at me.
Project Jukebox
I hear that
on
a lot.
Facebook.
I
Got
hear that a
whole
lot.
Patrick Bateman thing going on.
Ew! God damn it!
Yeah, just
you.
search for Project Jukebox on Facebook.
Or use the hashtag on Twitter, which
Or you
is
can
a
use the
better-
hashtag on Twitter.
It's
I'll
a
look
better
for you.
thing.
Yeah.
Joey, are there any more of these practice sessions coming up soon?
Actually, we're trying to get one going next week. We're just going to be in the parking lot this time. No
So we'll like
Heineken Lounge.
Is that because
no
the weather is
suite.
better?
Yeah, because the weather's better.
All right.
that's
Yeah.
not true.
I thought so.
So just a weeknight after
Yeah.
After work sometime, probably.
Yeah. I just got the okay from Dan today, so I'll figure out a date for next
Oh,
week.
Dan Lally approved us standing in the parking lot? Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks,
Wow.
Dan.
He told us to be in the B parking lot, by the way, so we don't interrupt the neighbors next to the railroad.
Oh, okay, wait. No, that's a
thank
real
God.
concern.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Because the railroad on its own is so quiet and unobtrusive.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I can comment on that.
What is that chanting noise? It's ruining the nice sensual rumble of the train.
You'd be absolutely shocked what some people might blame the crew for. Some people that possibly live around the stadium. I don't know.
When are these helicopters?
When did
Are you
Dan's-
hiring helicopters?
Miss Lolly, calm down.
I don't understand. I don't have any helicopters when the crew isn't playing.
Jesus.
Where can you do something about the helicopters?
Yeah, I'll call ACES and tell them to
not fly over
send
anymore.
the
or something.
helicopters?
What?
the.
Anyways,
Thank you so much for joining us. I want to commend you on.
You're not kicking me out yet, right?
No, you can stay for the third segment, but
Okay.
we're going to pretend to send you off because that's how the internet works. Want to thank you for not only coming and joining us here, but all the work you put in for the Y&A tailgates every weekend. I know that's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. For those of you who don't know this, the bar that Y&A has is in pieces. Before and after every mega tailgate.
Yep, 6
and
pieces.
they have to assemble it every week. And they do that because they like having people be involved.
Yeah.
Also want to thank you for getting Project Jukebox together. That is absolutely huge. It's going to pay off long term, I have no doubt. Other than that, you're just generally awful. Other than all the cool things about you.
D'accordo.
Yeah. So
is
thanks,
that
Joey.
Italian?
That's Italian.
Ooh, girl.
Is that real?
Yeah.
I feel threatened.
Speed the music up.
Yeah, sorry. Segment 3 is coming up, guys. We're going to cover the Columbus Cup. We've put some things out there on Twitter for some hot takes, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to make you famous fans. Stick around. This is ACES Radio. You've made a terrible decision, and we are brought to you, as always, by corporate overlord benevolent sponsors, Blood and Urine. Back after a minute.
Hot, sicker than your average. Down like goose and I'm fly like Maverick. With a savage attack in a mouth like a mash. Spitting fuego, homie. It ain't tricking if it's magic illusions. Indubitably juvenile. My crew can do it and we do it well. Rock around the clock all across the nation. Got a lot of sky miles and a reputation of making earthquakes every time we land. Cause stopping ain't an option or a part of the plan. Fools get to feeling while I'm running on jet fuel. Now pay close attention cause I'm ready to let you know what I'm all about, child. I got that style that you come to love. And I'ma stay fly till the day I die, spitting fresh to death from above. Get it, David F. Man, you don't stop. David, you don't stop. We came to rock it till the city takes off. Mr. Captain, yeah, I'm an ace pilot, yeah. I wanna spin my wings and fly. To all my people in coach, yeah. To my first class folks, yeah. We'll show you how to scrape the sky.
Oh, yeah, baby. Back and better than ever. And brought to you, as always, by benevolent corporate overlord sponsors, Blood and Urine. You are listening to ACES Radio. Against your better judgment, you have wasted another however many minutes it's been since the show started, John. I have no idea. I'm not even going to pretend to know. But I'm going to turn this volume down very slowly and fade to black. My God! The production quality in this show is just top-notch, Greg. I don't care what you say.
Professionalism is the very fabric of everything we do here, Morgan.
That's just terrible.
I
I,
know,
don't
it's
even know
awful.
what that means.
Speaking of awful, we've been watching the first half of the Columbus Crew alumni game
Yeah?
here on TV.
How's that
cleverly,
going?
Cleverly disguised as the Seattle Sounders versus Dominic Aduro.
Yeah.
It's been
Domaduro,
it's been
Brad
riveting.
Davis.
Chad Marshall.
Yeah.
Brad Evans, I think.
I always do that.
Yeah.
I always say Brad Davis.
Yeah. He never played
God.
for us.
Damn
Chad
it.
Marshall.
He plays.
Half of Siggy Schmidt.
Yeah.
That's all that's left.
The other half went to get a hot dog.
Still a lot. So, segment 3, guys. I know everyone's excited for it. I put out a tweet earlier that said, let me see here. It said, about to record possibly the last episode of ACES Radio, and a hot takes out there you want mentioned on this terrible show. And I'd like to go through those because if there's one thing we are, it's a conduit for the people, Joe. It's a conduit. What is a conduit, you might say? I have no idea. I don't know what that word means. I read it on a calendar today. So, Sean Kelly, celebrity fan Sean Kelly from episode 2, which was also possibly the last episode of ACES Radio, says, I didn't realize my appearance on the show a few weeks back would completely destroy your ratings. To that I say to you, sir, what ratings, and how dare you? And if you don't listen to the show, I'm sure you were confused by us saying possibly last episode. That's something we say every week, and it's extremely hilarious. That's why people are laughing. So thanks, Sean, for not being in on the joke. We really like that. Ben, at Cowtown Ben, who is, I can confirm in real life, a high schooler. He's actually so smart that no one knows that he's a high schooler because he's so well-spoken.
Yeah.
And I was shocked when I met him for the first time.
So he's not an American high schooler then?
Yes, he is.
Huh.
In fact.
Well, you said he was smart.
Oh, Greg. Gotta get that hi-yo drop.
Yeah.
Just like, hi-yo. Yeah. Just
If only-
pretend it
if only
happened
we could
there.
find something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
I'll edit it in.
Maybe. Drop it in. later.
Cowtown Ben
Maybe drop it twice.
says, no, Greg, stop it. Cowtown Ben says, Connor Casey made it official. We have the most boring hair in the league. and to that, I don't necessarily disagree. Do you, John?
No.
But I will say that the antithesis of that would be the New England Revolution. And do you want to look like a walking, talking, diving pile of crap franchise?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer to that, Joe, is
Yes.
Jesus Christ, Joseph.
No, God!
There you go.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
New England looks
Is-
like
is the answer no?
half their roster are troll dolls.
The answer is
yeah.
no, right?
The answer is no.
Okay.
And the other half are cheer pets.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Are we quieter this segment?
Yeah, it feels like it.
Maybe is the volume up now?
Oh, it is.
Ooh.
How are we now?
Pretend that we had this figured out off the air.
Learning as
everyone.
we go.
Yes. All right. The Calzone at Spicy Roma Crew.
Is that? Oh, that's not Joey.
That is not. Says any transfer rumors for the Crew SC hockey squad, which is a topic
cow.
we're going to. Who let Alex in?
Get out of here, Stanek.
Get out of here.
Falcao is actually more likely to play for the Crew SC hockey squad.
Yeah. And for those of
The
you who
The
actual
don't,
Crew
soccer
SC
team.
honky squad?
Honky squad.
Greg, racist.
That makes more sense.
Unbelievable. The children are right to laugh at you, Ralph. We'll cover that hockey joke in a couple minutes here in segment 3.
Fantastic.
Chris Landis, friend of the show, at the super original Twitter handle, Chris Landis.
Friend of the show or arch rival?
Arch rival of the show. Did I say friend?
You did.
Die, Chris. Die.
Jesus.
Frenemy of the show.
He said, killed off by the man before a whole season? You guys on Fox or something? Hashtag 4 episodes and a movie.
Ooh.
I'm not.
That's a
I'm
community
not
reference.
opposed to a movie.
I am totally willing to quit this and do a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we would see more success.
I feel like I told corporate sponsors blood and urine that, but apparently we didn't communicate it effectively enough.
Yeah, they didn't reply.
I'll use my Hollywood connections.
Yeah. Chris, that is something we say every episode, that this is possibly the last episode. It's a joke. So thanks for listening.
You'd know that if you listen to more than one episode.
You goddamn shitlord. Matt Salon at SalonMX says, hashtag hot take, the waitress at Applebee's knows nothing. Unbelievably good hot take. That's really good.
That's a
Yeah.
great hot take.
I hit that button and it did nothing. So
Yeah,
please,
you've been having that problem
Yeah.
all night.
please
And by-
pretend like
And by
that.
hit that button, you meant waited for a reaction from the studio audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What did I say? Hit the button?
Yeah.
No, I meant wait for the reaction. Yeah, I meant the thing that you said. Gotta say, the more I hear from Matt Salon, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Or do I just not give a shit?
I was going to say, I don't know why you care.
No, I don't care at all.
No.
It just sounds like a place you go and get your hair cut. Stop in at Matt's
Yeah.
salon.
That guy has a lot of good hot takes. He's actually
He
really
does.
good.
He
I
does.
suspect that he's a big soccer lurker. I do.
Lurk more. It's
Yeah.
never enough.
Yeah. Dave, I'm going to say Dave Hageman. It's spelled
Hageman.
it's spelled Hageman, but I feel like that's not how you say it. Anyway,
Hageman.
at Dave Hageman 77.
Maybe it's like herb. You don't pronounce the H.
I don't know what that
Age
means.
man.
Age man.
I will
Age Man.
not
Yeah.
acknowledge that
There
you're
you go.
speaking right now.
You
He says
are.
black and gold, in parentheses, shitty, and canaries, in parentheses, we're not Norwich, are black.
What's a
Oh,
Norwich?
God damn it.
Norwich.
I screwed this up. I screwed this up bad. Black and gold and canaries are bad nicknames. Goldfinches for the win. Up the finches. I wish I could just start this segment over.
We can.
We're doing it live.
So he thinks that we should be called the Goldfinches.
Listen, age man.
Yeah.
I don't know who you think you
John,
are.
your response to Up the Finches. How do you take this hot take? What do you think of it?
First of all, I don't know who Norwich is.
How do you pronounce? Well,
Nor
I'm
do I-
sorry. I'm from America.
nor do I care.
It's Norwich. Jesus Christ.
No, I don't give a shit who they are. I know who they are. I was just joking.
Are you giving me shit about pronouncing it not Norwich?
No, I wasn't. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
giving
I
him
apologize.
shit about not giving a crap who they are.
I apologize for that attack on you because I was really angry.
Yeah, you're
Got
a
really
bit
dramatic
volatile
there.
tonight.
Yeah.
I think
Very.
it's the failing buttons
Yeah.
that are doing it.
Maybe it's my unbelievably broken sausage fingers that are to blame. Next hot take, again from Dave Hageman, or Hageman, 77. Also, bring
Dave
back
Haagen-Dazs.
the factory whistle. Getting rid of it is the only misstep by ACES. And I think he's talking about when we scored goals.
When we scored goals in
Yeah.
like the 90s, that's been gone forever.
False. It was
Right?
No.
as recently
No?
as like 2 years ago, John.
No, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
100% true.
Verified.
2
Yeah.
years ago?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Before the rebrand. Yeah.
Always did
It went
at
away with
halftime,
the
too.
rebrand because
Yeah.
the whole hard hat men at work kind of.
What do you
thing.
guys think, Greg? You want it back?
I'd settle for bringing it back. I'm good with it. I like it.
John?
I don't remember it. No, I remember it. I just didn't think it was around as recently as that.
Wow.
Well, 'cause
Abigail, what do you think?
He doesn't remember.
People
'cause
need to know when to get their beers at halftime, so yeah.
I was gonna say
I'm all for it.
by minute 45,
Yeah.
John's usually shit faced anyway. So
I don't even drink at the game.
Well-
I don't drink in the stadium, okay?
Oh, okay, John.
oh, you just drink in the parking
You
lot.
mean
because-
outside the stadium?
You drink in the parking lot because hashtag beer culture.
Hashtag makes tailgate.
Mega tailgate.
Damn it, these.
I
buttons.
love watching you
I
fail.
hate this.
It's my favorite part of this.
Do you ever watch like your grandparents try to do something in
Oh
iPad?
yeah, you totally look like an old person trying to text.
Yeah, as they hit the screen, like the whole thing moves, so they're clearly like they're making contact with their finger too long.
Yeah.
like do it quickly.
Yeah, tap it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You're
doing
pushing
tonight.
and dragging.
We're taking away your iPad and replacing it with a jitterbug next week.
The jitterbug iPad is something I'm very interested in, Greg. Please,
Look at you.
I'd like the desire to know more intensifies. Hey, big thanks to Dave Hageman77 on Twitter for giving us content.
Yeah.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank
Real
you,
great
Dave
job.
Haagen-Dazs.
Andy McPeak at _McPeak_ says, "Ha!
Is that it?
yeah, that's it.
Was that in response to anything?
That's a hot take.
Yeah, I don't know.
Andy.
I'm not going to click on it and find out.
Andy.
How dare you, McPeak? Dirty sack of shit.
That means son of peak.
Yeah. And Shane Paulson says, well, basically, he just likes everything.
Yeah, that is a Shane thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the land shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel so special now because Shane Paulson
No,
likes
Shane.
my tweet.
Shane likes
And I-
everything.
Yeah. And
Damn.
in real life, Shane is that kind of guy. He's extremely nice.
Oh,
I
he'll
don't-
just say something
I
and he'll
don't
be like,
trust him.
heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
He draws hearts on you. It's very off.
He just walks around with a red Sharpie.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometime we have to have like a Twitter specific episode where we all discuss for the first time, like we can't talk about it off air, but we talk about people like crew Twitter people and like your interaction with them, because I have a feeling like designated podcast
Yes.
favorites
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
anything you do and you mention MLS in any way, shape, or form, they're going to find that fucking tweet and they're going to fucking favorite it.
They are really NSA
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they a real thing? Tune in next week to find out, Joey. How dare you? All right, so guys, we have a game coming up this weekend. And by we, I don't mean the Buckeyes this time.
Oh.
So take it easy,
Thanks
Crew
for the
Cat.
Should I take this?
clarification.
Should I take this off?
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
Remember that Crew Cat
I was hoping
Twitter
you
account,
had
Greg,
the
that-
For Columbus kid underneath, and you were just going to
Oh,
rip the
no.
jacket off. But you just have more red on under the jacket.
God, I got a text message just now from Ryan Roberts. You want me to read it live on the air?
No, nobody
Sure.
cares what he has to say.
Oh, no, this is actually dramatic, so I won't.
So, Morgan, there was a hockey game today.
There was, Greg.
Yeah.
Dynamite transition,
We were
Greg.
there.
That
Yeah.
broadcast school has really paid off.
It really has.
It was a good waste of money.
I didn't go.
You've done well.
It's the second best $500 I ever spent.
If you remember last year, like some of us do, there was a Columbus Cup, I believe is what they called it. And what it was is a competition, a double leg. Is that how you say it, John? Double leg?
Yeah, that's it. Sure.
Two leg?
Two leg.
Two leg.
Yeah.
It was a double-legged competition between the Blue Jackets front office and the Columbus Crewzers FC front office. One game of hockey, one game of soccer. To the victor goes average size
Rebels.
trophy.
A really small trophy.
Yeah.
Very small and underwhelming trophy that currently sits on
Was
Lauren
last-
Paoli's desk.
Was last year the first year of it? I don't think
It was.
It was?
It was.
Okay.
So
And we won it.
yes, Columbus
The Crew.
Cruisers FC
We
have literally
We.
never
The Buckeyes
lost it.
won it.
Buckeyes won.
Yeah,
No matter who wins between Columbus's two professional franchises,
That's right.
OSU wins.
yeah. Congratulations, Buckeyes. That was huge. So this is how it happened last year. The Crew went to Nationwide Arena, #DefendNWA, and lost to the Blue Jackets like I think 5-0.
It's 5 nothing or 5-1.
Yeah, I think it was 5-0, Greg.
Okay.
Is it is it an aggregate score thing?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because I know we won the soccer game big
We
time.
murdered them in
Yeah,
the soccer
big
game.
time.
Yeah, and the final score of that was 8-1. I know that. Alex Steck was a huge, like, the reason. Like, she basically blew out like 17 ACLs. Like, that's why the Blue Jackets didn't do well in attendance last year, because their entire front office was destroyed by Alex Steck. And also, Frankie had the microphone at Montreal Stadium and was probably just horribly annoying, and no one could compete. So we won that game 8-1.
He didn't skate, really?
No, I'm talking about the soccer
leg
last year.
okay.
So fast forward to Saturday night, this previous week, we're at Land Grant Brewing Company, drinking delicious, intoxicating alcohol.
Please drink responsibly.
That's right. Hey, they're not a sponsor of this show. God damn it, Greg! What am I doing?
I completely forgot what day of the week it was.
Unbelievable. What? It's like some habits just die hard. I don't even know.
For a second, I thought I was.
This episode of ACES Radio is brought to you, as always, by benevolent corporate overlord sponsors, Blood and Urine. If your experiences with blood should last longer than 4 hours, hell yeah! Anyway.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay.
And now I have to leave and go do comedy.
Yeah. So Greg and I went to Nationwide Arena. We found out on Saturday night that the Blue Jackets are playing the Crew in hockey, and I thought, what a great opportunity, John, to go scream at some front office members, because they are getting so many things right now, Joe, that we don't have an opportunity to hate them anymore.
Well, it's especially great to get to do it when they're not expecting it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think, Joey? Give me your prediction on what the final score was. Now, keep in mind that people know how to run on grass, so the soccer leg, I feel like, is skewed.
Wait, am I predicting the soccer
What
match?
happened
Oh, what
today?
happened
Today.
I want
Predict
your
the thing that was
past
publicly
prediction.
broadcast on Twitter and which you undoubtedly saw. But
Yeah.
predict.
How dare you? You should. Not
He's
look
looking at
Twitter.
me trying to decide if he should say the right score or if he should guess something wrong.
Or if I should say hashtag.
Do what you want.
negativity.
Do whatever you want.
What's in your gut? What's your gut telling you?
Well, the Jackets obviously won.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joey.
I'm
Were you
not
trying
crying.
to ruin
No.
this segment? Because yes, you
Yeah,
are.
I'm trying to ruin everything.
Hey,
haven't you
the
gotten
Blue
that by
Jackets won 2-1. You guys.
What?
Yeah.
now? Hey, I predicted that they won 2-1.
Yeah. Well, we always lose 2-1.
No, you said the
That's-
Blue Jackets won. You didn't say a
The
score
Crew have been
line.
getting.
No, I just
very-
did it now. So.
Oh,
Crew have been
now
getting
we-
very, very good at losing 2-1.
Greg and I were there. We watched Clark Beacom just do two things: control the game in a good way,
Yes.
and control the game in a terrible way.
He was simultaneously the best and quite literally the worst.
Yes, he scored actually one of like the most amazing. I mean, like, I don't know anything about hockey,
Yeah.
so, or soccer for that matter.
We know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Basketball.
I'm
on the
waiting
other
for you to
hand,
make a
John.
basketball
Yeah.
reference.
However,
yeah.
basketball.
Here it is. Okay.
He did something really good in hockey, and I was like, yeah. And then he turned the puck over like he was Conrad Varzija, just like in mid-ice. He was like, there you go. And they took it down and scored a tying goal. Jackets scored late in the third period. Crew lost. However, going into the second leg at Montreal Stadium, it's only a one-goal
Yeah.
aggregate.
They
difference.
lead one. And we have a crucial away
Crucial
goal.
away
Yes. we're going to murder
This series is over.
Yeah. And so my question ultimately is, I just want you, like, hot take. Do you think the Jackets ever have a chance to win this cup or this trophy while
thought you were gonna say
Clark
win
Beacom
ever.
is alive?
Okay.
Yes or no?
Not only while Clark Beacom is alive, but while Clark Beacom stubbornly, doggedly even, refuses to wash those incredibly funky hockey pants, which emitted quite literally a green mist.
Tell us
such
about
as in
it,
a
Greg.
cartoon
What is this?
from behind them. Apparently, it's a superstition that hockey players don't wash their equipment
Ever?
Yeah, I've never heard
In the
it until
entire
today.
life of
Yeah.
the equipment?
because the games that they've played are somehow worn into them.
Yeah.
That those experiences are part of the.
That's
the
disgusting.
gear,
I had no
which
idea
Is, yeah,
until-
which is absolutely repulsive.
We were walking in, and Jen Loughnane said, Andy's super excited to play. And Lambeau is really good at hockey, by the way.
Yes.
Totally shocking.
Really?
And
We
she's
forgot
like,
for a second he had a hockey background.
yeah, I always do, because I don't care about it. And she's like, he bought new equipment. I'm like, well, that's... Or no, she said he washed his equipment.
He
I'm
washed
like,
his equipment.
well, that's good. You should do that frequently.
Yeah. You should definitely do that with equipment that you sweat into.
Yeah, and she looked at me like my hair was on fire. And she's like,
she was aware.
You never do that. Like,
Well, then why did he
well,
do
hockey
it?
is stupid then. Because
Yeah.
you should always wash your clothes.
But it does explain Andy Loughnane's performance.
Well,
at
yeah, you
today's
should
game.
always
Yeah,
do that.
not
But
good.
here,
It
but the
wasn't
better
great.
question is, if you're not supposed to, why in the hell did he do it?
Well, Lambeau broke his leg playing hockey a couple years ago, apparently.
Okay.
Some dude just cheap shotted him. Yeah, just went in.
Someone from Detroit, no doubt.
Nice,
Yeah, I think he
classy.
played for Bridgeview. And just
name-
broke
his
his
name
leg, like,
Kaká?
it like, shattered his leg. So this was like his first time in front of people. I don't care.
What does
John.
this have to do with washing the clothes?
He was so excited to play again that he washed his clothes. Hockey is done.
This story sucked.
Mostly
I thought this was going to be a good story, and it was not.
Mostly
I'm
because
sorry.
he has a wife and children that have to put up with the stench of his hockey
Okay,
equipment. If
that's
he
fair.
I'll tell you what about children. The entirety of the Beacom clan showed up to watch their father both ruin
Lay a
and
smackdown and then get smackdown.
both
Yes.
ruin and dominate and show up in big head form.
Yeah.
In the stands.
Clark
Beacom won the stands.
Oh
tonight.
yeah, he won every aspect of Nationwide Arena.
He absolutely did.
Frankie at some point got a hold of the stadium microphone, and so he had control over the PA system. And it was maybe we're too used to it, but he was doing. I don't
like
know.
a good job.
No.
Oh no.
Well, no. I don't know what accent he was trying to do, but it was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume it would be like a Canadian one, right?
No. He was.
What other one
he
would make
was
sense? Russian?
Someone who has only ever listened, to put it in MLS terms, someone who has only ever listened to JP Dellacamera try and imitate Arlo White.
Damn.
Is that
I don't know
accurate,
what
Morgan
that
Hughes?
means.
It was.
Yeah. I'm glad the button worked that time.
Yeah.
The one fucking time it
Yeah.
worked.
When you really mean it, it always
Yeah,
comes
it
through.
comes through. Yeah.
So, Crewzers FC go into leg 2 down a goal, but up in confidence.
Do we
points.
know when
Yes.
the second leg is yet or no?
No, but I'm going to find out.
And we'll be there.
Yeah,
We will
absolutely.
absolutely. We'll broadcast live from it.
And we
Why
will
not?
be doing post-game interviews for that.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah. And I'll say this. If the same coaching staff shows up for the Crew that showed up today, I really doubt that we're going to win.
Who was that coaching staff, Morgan?
Head coach, Tim Miller.
Was it Tim?
Assistant coach, Neil Sika.
Mm-hmm.
Assistant coach, who needs to be fired immediately, Greg Berhalter. Those three. And Greg and I were walking out, and we walked right next to Greg, and I was like, you need to leave.
Just get your things and go.
Yeah. And I saw him turn his head and realize it was me, and I saw like a hatred depression, if there's a word for that, wash over his, because he thought it was Shrek, obviously, because he heard a friend voice.
Clearly.
Greg Berhalter's best friend is Shrek.
Yeah.
But no, I want him fired immediately.
No, and the funny thing was that we referenced the fact that, yes, the Crew front office did lose by a score of 2-1,
Yeah.
and how absolutely jack we are of seeing that scoreline in reference to a game that our
Yeah.
team, our beloved soccer club, lost.
I told him I'm tired of it.
Yeah, and he laughed. He loved that. And I said to you on the way out, I said, this is what I love about following this particular team, is that we can walk out of an empty arena, talk to the head coach, head coach and sporting director.
Thank you.
Yep, I'm sorry. To use
Full
his
titles,
official-
please.
Yeah.
To use his official title.
Use the marketing terms, Greg. God damn
Single
it.
entity needs to get on board and either all use it or none at all. That we can talk to this guy and make references to, without a doubt, the most painful game of probably his career and definitely our careers watching this team, and just laugh it off like it's a big joke.
He did think that was funny.
He did.
First time I've ever seen Greg show emotion.
He really did.
Yeah, he
take
doesn't.
good
He's
humor.
not a big laugher.
No, he's not.
He's
or
not.
smiler.
No.
Or just anything.
He
positive.
certainly is not.
He
so
was in
let's-
good spirits today.
We are now at 23 minutes for the first part of segment 3.
Fantastic.
So this
Let's
is
move
going.
along.
God damn it!
What the hell?
I have no idea how that happened.
I know that the song is fantastic, but Jesus, Morgan. Jesus. God. You know who else needs to be fired along with Coach Greg?
Yeah, me.
Your
Yeah,
fingers.
you,
Yeah,
Morgan
for sure.
Hughes.
I
Joey
was
DiNapoli,
trying
would you
to
like to stay on the show
scroll.
permanently?
The thing is, this
Okay.
app that I'm using for drops, it's all buttons.
well,
Like,
I've
you
been-
have to
yeah,
push in between it and then scroll. And, you and sometimes you just hit the button,
Oh,
John.
yeah. Okay.
There's nothing I can do about
I've been
it.
saying since episode 1 that we could really use a little bit more Italian flair and a lot less Welsh.
You know what?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Sometimes you're just gonna be surprised.
You don't have something to back that up.
I would like to agree with Zadar.
What did you even say? I didn't listen. You say something about less
I
Welsh,
said
more
less
Italian.
Welshness and more Italian flair.
I would say something in Welsh right now, but
You don't know it.
I don't know that
Can we
language.
Can we Skype in your grandma?
Oh God, no. She did hear that I was on a podcast recently, and she's like, "What channel is it on?" I'm like, no,
NPR grandma.
that's not how it works,
NPR.
and I'm not going to
The
answer that.
Economist.
Let's move on. Let's blissfully move on from this. Montreal coming up this weekend. We're going to do this really quick. So I want the hot takes to I want them to burn your butthole. They come out so quickly, Joe. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Have you prepared your anus?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
I watched him
My culo is prepared.
Yeah. All right.
during the second break. He slathered the Vaseline on.
Jesus Christ, John, put your genitals away. All right, 15 words or less. I'm going to go around the table here, and I want 15 words or less what you think about this game coming up. And I'm going to start with Greg Benson, a.k.a. Gregulator 614.
No Drogba. Can't remember the stadium. Good feelings, maybe? It was almost a haiku.
No.
What's that?
I did that
We
one.
know what
That's
the-
me.
we
I
know
did
what
that.
it is.
All right, Joey, 15 words or less.
First win of the season. Win 3-2. Poutine sucks.
Ah, freaking man.
That was 10. I believe that's 10 words. Good job. Very nice. John, 10 words or less. 15 words or less.
15 words or less.
Yeah.
I agree with Joey. It will be the first win of the season, and I will say more than 15 words because I don't have to follow your fucking rules.
Find the button.
Find the button and hope it works. Here we go. Okay, too long. No, your hot take. Let's go.
Dumbass!
Yeah.
Hot take.
I mean, I'm not in control of those. I don't know how they work. My hot take in 15 words or less is good times, noodle salad.
Fantastic.
So we're going to make our score predictions. And I have breaking news, everyone. Actually, it worked pretty immediately. I've gone back and listened to all the episodes of ACES Radio, which were all possibly the last episode, Greg, just like today. And I've put all of our predictions into Excel spreadsheets, and I've assigned point values. So we're going to be keeping track of this, John. I know it's very exciting for you. So when we do score predictions every week, if you are correct on the win-loss tie value, you get 5 points.
The actual, the result win-loss tie or the actual, 1-1?
Yes.
Like the actual note?
the result. So if you
okay.
said last week we're going to tie Dallas, you would get 5 points.
Oh, fantastic.
And everybody would be very happy for you.
Is this are these the actual point standings? Because you said they were going to be a secret.
I'm going to tell you if you just give me one goddamn second. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So
Go
if
ahead.
you're also correct on the score, like if you said last week we would tie Dallas 1-1, you would get an additional 10 points, John. Yes, everybody would be very happy about that. That'd be good. However, and here's where it gets semi-dramatic. Whoop, that wasn't a button.
That was not a
Nope.
button.
See, that was that space in between buttons that I'm telling you about?
Morgan, you are just the worst.
Greg.
Can we move on with the things?
How dare I?
If you predict the correct score, except it's flip-flop, so if you say the Crew are going to win 3-1, we lose 1-3, you get -2 points.
So if you predict
Yes.
the exact opposite,
Yes. You are punished for it.
do you get anything if you predict it and then you're just wrong?
Well, no, you're not punished for not getting it right, but if you predict the right score in the opposite
Opposite
direction,
happens, you
you're
lose
punished.
points. That
That's
seems
right.
fair.
So I've gone back
I
and
like that.
I've put it into a spreadsheet. Current standings in last place, everyone. Greg Litter 614.
After one game.
Yeah, 5 points.
No. Did you do just last week or did you all
He's done
4
a couple.
weeks?
He's just not good at it.
Oh yeah, this
okay.
is his third week, right?
Joey, how you feel about that? Did you think Greg was going to be in last place?
I thought it was going to be you.
I hate you.
I like Joey more and more. I'm liking him more and more.
In second place,
I'm trying to take your place.
with a whopping 20 points, John Zadar.
What you? It's rigged. It's rigged.
I knew you were going to say this.
I call
That's
it.
why. That's
It's
why I
rigged.
had
You-
the spreadsheet. And I still have it.
I haven't
You
seen
know
it.
what? How dare you?
I haven't seen
How
it.
dare you? You think I'm so shallow that I would cheat at this stupid thing? This is the end of a 2-hour podcast no one's ever listened to. How dare you, ladies and gentlemen? In first place, with a point total of 35 points.
Oh nonsense.
Morgan Hughes. Unbelievable. This guy is so good.
I'm going back and I'm listening to the old shows, and I'm gonna
Nah, you don't
double
wanna
check
do
your
that.
work.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
I'm double checking
It's
your work.
totally fine. Let's move on to score predictions. And now it's doubly important. And I have kept values for the celebrity fans that have been here. They're nowhere close. Don't worry about it. So, Joey, you are actually playing for people like celebrity fan Sean Kelly.
Oh, so that's the fourth category.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
let's definitely
I
do
come
that.
up with really good ideas like Crew Union. I
Yeah.
invented that.
I mean, I don't know if we can trust it because I think you're still cheating. But
how dare you. Joey, score prediction.
Crew, 3-2.
3-2 to Crew.
Yeah, I feel it.
Okay. I did
Feeling
not
it.
expect that.
Victory has to come sometime, so
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Hollywood, a.k.a. Greg Lair 614 himself, if you're sitting at Hendog's Pub and there are exposed genitals around, it's John for sure.
hey,
Greg, what do you think?
Let's see. The last game was 1-1. The game before that was 0-0. 2-2.
All right. Fair enough. Monkey Boy, John Zadar.
Yep. I think we win.
Oh, man. Did that just start? I'm so
Don't-
sorry. These buttons.
Don't
are
do that.
confusing.
Don't do that to me.
Second place.
What do I look like, Greg?
Unbelievable.
You can't just do that to me.
That's a good point.
Hashtag sausage fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we win, and I think the score line is 2-1 for us. Yeah.
You think we win? You think we're going on the road to the
Yeah.
Kingdome and
yeah.
we're going to win?
Well, they lost. They lost this past weekend to Seattle 1-0. They lost the week before that to Dallas 2-0.
no
yeah.
Drogba this weekend either.
No Drogba if anytime there's turf, so they're
Yeah.
home games. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty important.
Although I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this is he makes an appearance.
You know what's weird is I didn't think about this game, so I have no idea what to say.
Message to
It's
Montreal
almost
fans.
it's almost like this is the first time we've ever done a podcast, and your complete unpreparedness in every facet of your job.
No, I've
is-
done this a lot. I just have never cared.
I'm still hung up on this thing that somebody buys a season ticket for the Montreal Impact, l'Impact de Montreal,
Yeah,
because you have to be
that's French.
bilingual in Canada, to see Didier Drogba. Because is there any other reason? No, and
Well,
doesn't get to see him for half of the home games.
In Montreal's defense, they're pretty decent even without
Yeah.
him. Even
They
without
are.
him.
Really good.
So
Montreal is literally my favorite city I've ever been to in my life. And if I lived there, I would never waste my time with the Impact. I totally understand. The fact that they get anything they get attendance above Zog's figures is shocking to me, and I support the supporters that support the support.
There you go.
As they say in the Bible.
But I'm still inclined to ask, in French, if you bought a season ticket, vous avez le receipt?
Greg, God damn it.
God damn me.
Get out of here. I will predict Crew lose 1-0. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, why the fuck not, right?
Great.
No one's listening at this point, and I'm already winning the contest, so.
You failed with the button again.
No, I didn't. That's why I pressed the...
Oh, is that...
yeah.
the music is on a button.
Yeah, I imported it as an MP3. You know what, John? We'll talk about it off air. Want to thank you all for making a terrible decision to tune into ACES Radio again. Let's be honest, no one is listening right now. Joseph D., Abigail DiNapoli, want to thank you for joining us. It has been a real pleasure for you and not for us.
Truly a treat.
Grazie.
Yeah, no one knows what that means. Tune in next week. We'll be back, possibly, and all the people said...